Hello and welcome here at your yoga journey. My name is Daniela and I'm happy that you're around today. Today is day 11 of our journey and we have a special class upcoming. We want to do a class without really using our wrists. You often have it in the yoga classes that you have chaturanga, downward facing dog, stuff like this, plank pose, which really needs a lot of bending in the wrist joint. So we just want to give that a break today because 21 days of yoga are really a lot. So we start without using the wrists. Come to sit in a comfortable position on your yoga mat. Maybe you have a cross-legged seat. Maybe you try a different variation today. Took whatever suits you. Close your eyes and let your hands rest in your lap. Maybe you want to turn your head a little bit around, give that a jangle. And then concentrate on your breathing. With the next inhale, let your hands meet above your head. Make yourself as tall as you can. Before closing the hands in front of your heart, rounding your back. With the inhale, get yourself tall and long. And with the exhale, make yourself round. With the inhale, like a cow position in sitting, round your spine inwards. And then with the exhale, round your spine backwards. One more time here. Inhale upwards. Exhale down. With the next inhale, let your hands meet above your head again. And with the exhale, let them come in front of your heart. Sit yourself up straight. And then move forward. Let your forearms meet the ground. So we have a tabletop position, but with forearms on the floor. Knees are the regular one, and then you start stretching your right leg to the back. Give your hamstrings a little bit of a wake up. With the next inhale, lift your right leg to the ceiling. You can bend your knee if you want. Just be careful that your shoulders are directly over your elbow, and then put your right leg to the floor again. Make a few times here, moving upwards with a bended knee and moving backwards with a straight leg. If you want to have it a little harder, you can move your straight leg up and down all the time. Just to wake up our muscles a little bit. The next inhale, let your right leg meet next to the left one and instead stretch the left one to the back, lift it up. Now down with every inhale upwards and with every exhale down. Your leg muscles are really working now, as well as your butt muscles. They really have to put on some weight to get the leg lifted. Have your gaze looking between your forearms. This makes it a little easier to balance this. Then with the next inhale, let your left leg meet next to the right one. With the next inhale, let your right hand leg lift again. Have it parallel to the mat and then twist yourself open to the left side. So we have some kind of a half plank variation. Feel free to drop your right leg to the floor. It's a little bit of a balance act. Right hand is looking to the ceiling. You twist open to the right side. If it feels too hard, you can also bend your left leg a little bit more, like you would do in gate pose. Then it feels maybe a little bit more achievable. Stay here for one more breath. before you slowly bring yourself down to the ground again. First thing, the foot on the ground, on the inner edge, the right foot, and then you lift yourself up. You come into your gate pose variation. So if you can, have both feet in one line and then bend over to the right side. Right hand is meeting the right shin. And you have a stretch for the left part of the upper body. With the next inhale, bring your left foot finally outwards if you want. One more breath here before you come back to the left side of your yoga mat. Let your forearms meet the ground. Remember not to use the wrist, which is really used to it, and come back to your tabletop variation. Drop back into child's pose. Give yourself a little break. It's really, we really want to give our wrists a break today. So come forward into your tabletop variation with forearms on the ground. Stretch your left leg to the back. Have it parallel to your yoga mat. Before we try our balance on the other side. So twist open to the left side. Put your left foot on the inner edge on the yoga mat. And then twist open to the left side. If you want, lift your leg. You feel like you have your belly muscles and your back muscles need to work a little bit more in that variation. But yeah, just give it a try. Maybe it's a good thing. And as you can see, it might get wobbly, but it's fine. You can go in a movement here as well. So put your feet on the floor and upwards again and again. If you don't want to stay at the top. One more breathing here before we come into our variation of the gate pose. So with the next inhale, let your left foot meet the ground on the inner edge of your foot and come into your gate pose variation. Traditionally, your right feet would look to the back in gate pose, but we just want to have an inner rotation a little bit, so give it a try. Left hand is meeting your left leg and you start bending your right part of your body. Try to stay stable here. One more time. Try to keep your belly and back muscles activated, your arms stretched so they can keep the balance. And with the next inhale, come over to the right side. Let your forearms meet the ground. Come back to your tabletop variation. Before you get back to child's pose. Always remember, child's pose is there whenever you need it. Grab your feet if you want. With the next inhale, come forward again, stretch your arms out in front of you and come to lay down on your belly. So forearms are on the ground, elbows are underneath the shoulders, having 90 degrees, and we have our swings pose here. It's a little bit of a back bend, but not that massive, so you won't get that much trouble here, hopefully. You can move your elbows inwards as far as you want to go to deepen your back bend. Stay here for a little while. And with the next inhale, put your toes on the ground and shift backwards into your dolphin. Dolphin is a good alternative for down dog. It's a little bit deeper and it's a practice to start pinch and stuff like that. But it's a good variation for not using the wrists. Start bending your knees, stretching them again, giving some paddle before standing in your regular dolphin, trying to shift forwards a little bit, put more weight on the shoulders. With the next inhale, put your right leg up to the ceiling. Dolphin, so one-legged dolphin, if dolphins would have legs. Don't think about that, it's weird. So with the next inhale, just bring yourself down into your lying pigeon pose. So you have to bend your knee in the sky, put your right knee to your right elbow. And then we have straight into a lying pigeon. You can stretch your arms out in front of you if you want. Try to calm your breathing here, because dolphin isn't that easy. At least not if we do a one-legged dolphin, or whatever you call it. I just get confused with that one. Just stay here, concentrate on your breathing, not about yoga names. With the next inhale, take your elbows towards you and put your forehead on your hands, so you get a little bit pressure of the shoulders. One more breathing here. And with the next inhale, just sit up again. Put your forearms on the ground and then, let your weight fall over to the right side. Come to sit in the middle of your yoga mat. Your right leg is bended. Right foot is on the inner thigh of your left arm, of your left leg. Let your arms meet above your head. And then start bending over towards your left foot. Maybe you can grab your foot, your toes, whatever. Maybe you want to sit up straight. You can bend your knee. Just try whatever your hamstrings are giving away today. If you want to give you an extra challenge, you can try to put your left hand towards your foot, then bend over with your whole body towards the left foot, and then grab your toes with the right hand. So this would be a really twisty kind of variation. Well, maybe it's your day today and you'd say, I'm up for a challenge, Daniela. Give me one. Stay here for one more breathing. And then with the next inhale, lift yourself up tall again. Both hands meet to the sides, are stretched out, and then meet above your head. Before you close them in front of your heart, the exhale. One more time, let your hands meet above your head. Close them in front of your heart. We really want to get some stretch here and relax a little bit. With the next inhale, put your left foot outwards and come upwards into your gate pose. Here as well, bring your hands up to the top and stay here. We now have the traditional gate pose, so you might feel it's more stable than the variation in the beginning. Start bending over towards the left side if you feel comfortable with it. Look under your right armpit to the ceiling. Feel a stretch and try to relax in that position. With the next inhale, we twist over to the right side and come into our dolphin pose. So again, forearms on the mat, not your hands. It's really unusual. As I practiced it, I was just like, oh, what? Give yourselves a few pushes forward and backwards to put weight on your elbows and your shoulders. And then With the next inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Bend it as far as you can. Stay here for a little while. Before you bring your left knee towards your left arm, bend your leg in the sky and come into your lying pigeon. This is a little bit of an unusual transition, but yeah, we really want to try something different today. You can make it a regular sleeping pigeon if you want, or you can just let your forearms stay on the ground and keep yourself a little bit more propped up. Whatever is yours today, give it a try. Maybe you want to rest your forehead on the mat. Maybe this one isn't just for you. Well done. One more breathing here. And then with the next inhale, sit yourself up. Bring your forearms towards your body if you had a lying pigeon. And shift your weight to the left side. Bring your right leg in front of you. I'm just turning around a little bit so you can see me properly. You can just sit on your yoga mat where you are. Put your left foot towards your right inner thigh. Let your hands meet above your head. And then start bending over to the right side. We're doing the same sequence on the other side. So you have all the options for bending your right knee or stretching over your right leg. Whatever is yours today. Maybe you want to try the same variation like you did on the left side and start the twisting one. Maybe you more for a relaxed version try to have a straight back. Either way, try to keep this stretching active, so keep your hamstrings activated. With the next inhale, sit yourself up tall again and have your hands meet above your head. With the exhale, close them in front of your heart, turn your right foot on the inner part and then come to meet in gate pose. Maybe you have to correct the lines a little bit like I had. So you have knee and foot in one line and then let your hands meet above your head. Stretch yourself as tall as you can before bending over to the right side. Give your left arm a stretch. Bend over to the left side. Keep breathing steadily. Stay here for one more breathing. Try to make yourself a little bit taller. And then lift up again. Let both hands meet above your head. Before you put your weight back, come to sit down again. And then stretch both legs out in front of you. Give yourself a second to put you into a comfortable position on your yoga mat before lying back, pulling right knee towards the chest. Maybe you want to give your spine a little twist, so you put your right knee to the left side and you look to the right, if this feels comfortable for you. Try to slow down your breathing, to rest a little. With the next inhale, stretch your right leg to the front. Your left leg is going towards your chest. And then pull it towards the right side. Gaze is going to the left. Maybe you want to stretch your left arm to the side. Giving yourself a moment to breathe. With the next inhale, release your left leg, stretch it out in front of you. Let your arms rest beside your body. Palm of the hands are looking upwards to the ceiling if you're comfortable with this position. And you just give yourself a little break. Rest in Shavasana. It's for you. Maybe you want to concentrate on your breathing again. Slow it down a little. Try to feel into your legs, your hands. Maybe you feel like that your wrists are not that used this time. They don't have that much trouble. With the next inhale, slowly start moving your feet and your hands, and then sit yourself up. Come into any kind of cross-legged seat. And with a long inhale, let your hands meet above your head. And with the exhale, let them close in front of your heart. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed a little different class and found some cues you maybe want to try another day. See you tomorrow.